Hi, everybody. This is Joy Bowen of Joy and Andrew Bowen, and I am going to walk you through some very fundamental and simple ways for you to make sure that your Facebook profile is set up the correct way for you to launch your business well. This is going to be a short tutorial. We will have additional training that does a deeper dive into social media posting and engagement. But as you get started with your business, it is very important for you to go through these initial first steps in setting up your platform. So we are going to just dive right into it. There are 5 main tasks that I will help you with. We are going to learn how to update your cover photo, your profile pic, update your bio, set your feature photos, and lastly, we're going to teach you what you need to look for when you are reviewing the posts that are already on your social media page. So that's what we've got ahead of us. Let's get to it. So wanted to, first of all, let's talk about the cover photo. The cover photo is really, truly important. Before we get into, how to update your cover photo or what to include on your cover photo, I want to just touch very briefly on this concept of attraction marketing. What we do as Beachbody coaches is different from what you may have experienced, seeing other people in social media who are trying to build a network marketing business. And that is because we leverage attraction marketing. Doing a Facebook facelift like this and making sure your page is in a place that is welcoming and inviting to someone is really all about curb appeal. And so we don't have brick and mortar stores. We don't go door to door, thank God. This is our first impression for people. So your Facebook page is your first impression. It is your storefront. 99.9% of my business has been built online through social media. I don't have a lot of in-person meetings or even phone calls truly until people have taken a step with me. And so most of the relationships and people that I am attracting, it has all happened through social media. And attraction marketing at its base value is all about adding value through what you are posting, and we'll talk about that more in our social media training, as well as making sure that we are leveraging our social media platforms in a way that is inviting and engaging to people that they want to talk to us, right? And so let's get right to it. One of the first things that you need to do is make sure that you have a great simple, clear cover photo. Now you'll notice that ours says we've moved because we've recently moved over primarily to our business page. And we recommend that you definitely don't start a like page as a brand new coach or a business page. Business pages take a lot of patience. They take time. They take a financial investment in running ads on them. And so as a new coach, we want you to just stay focused on updating and doing a Facebook facelift on your personal page. And we have some kind of guidelines that we will review with you at a later time about when it's the right time to invest your time and energy into a like page. But nearly every coach begins with their personal profile. And we have to do that in accordance to Facebook regulations. Obviously, we have to make sure that we're compliant. But with attraction marketing, what we are going to teach you, you shouldn't have any problem. Just to give you an idea of how we have evolved over time, because a lot of people think, oh my gosh, I don't have like a professional picture, or I don't know how to make this a cover photo. First of all, you'll notice that if I put, I think everyone pretty much knows how to update their cover photo, but in case you don't, if you put your mouse over the cover photo, you'll be able to click on Update Cover Photo, which will allow you to upload or change it. But I wanted to show you the evolution of what my cover photos look like over the past several years, because a lot of people think that maybe we just started coaching and immediately, like, presto, got it figured out. And that's not true. Like, our cover photos have evolved over time. You can see that very often I've just had a family picture. This is one I created for myself. You can see that, you know, Andrew and I are kind of, you know, CEO in it together. We've got our family and we've got fitness. I had, you know, again, just my family. Obviously, family is well represented in what we do. This is another cover photo that I used for a while, kind of representing, you know, celebration of our team. I'm a worship leader, my marriage, and my kids, and obviously a little fitness flair there. This is another cover photo I created. Again, these are all just candid shots, but they represent what's important to me. Another one, again, these were ones that they're not professionally put together. I literally created them in a tool that I'm going to show you here called Canva. This was probably one of my first cover photos as, oh no, this was the first cover photo as a new coach. Again, just some candid shots. You can also see the evolution of my family and all of this, right? And this goes back to, these are just personal pictures. This was before coaching. So I just want you to know that, like, you are going to be on a journey of evolution. So don't worry about it. The important thing is that you get something clean that doesn't have cats in it. Like it needs to have you, it needs to have your smile, it needs to have some energy to it, it needs to represent what you are about. And if you need some ideas, you can pretty much search any top coach and get some really great ideas for them. For example, Melanie Mitro. This is, again, a very simple cover photo. It basically shows her as a girl boss, someone who's into fitness. She values her family, and then you can see like the CEO award there. That's awesome. So you can get a really good idea about what she's about. Now notice she's top coach, and there's nothing in here that says Beachbody. There's nothing in her photo here that says Beachbody. It drives curiosity, right? And so what's important for you to understand, here's another great one from Bonnie Engel, another top coach in our network. She's business mentor, health and fitness coach, entrepreneur. And so, and you can see like her having such a blast with her team, her and her husband there. And then of course, she's got her fitness photos, front and center. Micah Folsom's another great one. I love the simplicity of it. I might, move the quote up a little bit so you can see it with her profile pic, but, basically she's all about family, but it's not just an important thing, it's everything. So I love that. So definitely you can either create your own, for those of you who are like DIY kind of people and you love technology, you're not intimidated by it, you're like, let me try and make my own. You absolutely can. Canva.com is a tool I love to use because it's so user-friendly, and they have these great templates already here that you can just kind of swap out. And so here on the left-hand side, you could choose something like maybe even this one, but let's pretend you upload your own photo, and there's me in autumn. So you can customize it that way. It's literally drag and drop. So there's a ton of YouTube videos out there about how to use Canva, but at the end of the day, that's a great, very simple DIY tool. In our training, however, if using something like that intimidates you, you don't have to worry about it. We actually are going to give you some suggestions on how you can outsource a very professional cover photo. You don't have to have super expensive photos to get a great look. We've got a couple of contractors that we highly recommend, or you can choose one through an outsourcing site called Fiverr. Let me pull it up here for a second. Fiverr.com. Fiverr is a website that you can use for outsourcing just about anything, and it can cost you anywhere from $10 to $30 to make a cover photo. But again, if creating something on your own really intimidates you, but you want it to look great, then outsourcing is a no-brainer. Like, you're going to get a great product and not have to stress about it. Okay, the second thing we're going to do is update our profile pic if we need to. This needs to be a smiling picture of you. This is not supposed to be about, like, notice there's no Beachbody products here. There's no graphics. There's no cats or dogs. The profile pic and your timeline pic need to represent you, your smile. You are the brand. And so we are going to be teaching you, you know, Beachbody is not your brand. I know that feels a little counterintuitive because we love the products and we want to promote them, but we're going to teach you is how to leverage social media in a way that engages people, and gets them super curious about what they're doing and attracted to you because of the value you are adding on your page. So make sure your profile pic isn't anything silly. It needs to be a picture of you and not you hiding behind your family or your kiddos. It needs to be a picture of you. So if you don't have a picture of you solo because you tend to hide in pictures, now's your chance. Just go get some good natural lighting by the window, take a selfie pic, and roll with it, okay? It doesn't have to be perfect, but it does have to be you. The next thing I want you to take a look at is your intro and bio. To edit that, if you've never done, if you roll your cursor over these areas, you'll be able to edit the information. Now you'll notice my intro says Mama Boys, Leadership Junkie, Motivator, Worship Leader, Taco Lover, Road Warrior, Wife. It doesn't say coach in here anywhere. It doesn't say Beachbody because I'm more than that. These are things that are core to me. And so anyway, and you'll notice that for my job description, it does not, and yours should not either. No, it does not say Beachbody coach or works at Beachbody or works at Team Beachbody or is a coach for Team Beachbody. No, it drives curiosity. I'm taking care of business at Joy and Andrew Bowen. Okay, that's our business page. And so you want to create something here like Mom CEO or, you know, whatever is going to drive a little curiosity. But definitely do not edit this with Beachbody Coach because you don't want people coming to your page and seeing that you are a coach and that perhaps you're only connecting with them to sell them something. You want them to be curious about who you are, what you stand for, and that you are genuine and representing yourself, not some, you know, product that you want to just push on people. That's not what we do. And that's why we are successful, is because we don't do that. The next thing I want you to do is to look at your feature photos. You get to choose 5, and they should represent your personality, your brand, just give a little insight into who you are. So for example, I have this one that says, feed me tacos and tell me I'm pretty. It's kind of my thing. People tag me in taco posts all the time. I have myself and Andrew. He obviously is wearing a very silly bacon makes me better shirt. And so that kind of gives you a little flair of our personality. I have this team shot from a leadership retreat in San Diego. It just represents, you know, teamwork and in a beautiful location. I love the beach. And then obviously my family. And then we have this lifestyle post of me in the water during one of our vacations. I love that picture. So anyway, it just kind of gives you a little idea of who I am, my personality, and our lifestyle. So you want to choose 5 pictures that represent you. And again, I probably wouldn't choose pictures that are your cat or your dog, even though they mean the world to you. I mean, like you could have a picture with your cat or your dog, but I wouldn't make them the featured photo. You are the featured photo. This is your life, not your pet's life, okay? Awesome. So then the next thing we're going to do is check out your last 5 or 10 posts, okay? I want you to scroll down your feed and review your last 10 posts and make sure that there are no negative posts or rants. You're basically going to clean up your feed. You don't want people coming to your storefront and seeing that you went out to a huge party and got blitzed You know, that's not the brand that you want to portray. You want to be professional. This is your storefront. So you do need to go through your last, you know, at least 10 posts and just ask yourself, is this core to what I want people to know about me when they come to my page? So I would definitely, and I'll show you how real quick on my page. So, you know, we moved to our like page, so we occasionally get tagged on our personal page with some awesome things like this testimony, which was super awesome. But I'm going to scroll down here to a post that we actually added to our personal page recently, and that was my son getting his driver's license. So if I were cleaning this up, and let's say I did not want to have this live on my page, I can click these little 3 dots and go to delete, and it will delete it from my timeline. So that is how you can edit things. All right. So that's super, super, super important. And you can always ask your sponsor coach after you've made these updates to audit your page. In fact, I highly recommend that because they will give you insight that, you know, maybe something you missed. The final thing that I really want to encourage you to do to make sure you are set up is to check out your privacy settings, okay? So I clicked on this little arrow, and then I went to settings, and right here is the privacy settings. You want to make sure that your future posts are set to public. I'll show you how, but you can always edit this for individual posts, but make your default public, make your default setting public for all your future posts. I recommend that only you can see your friends list. That's just, you know, you don't want people like trolling your friends list. And I always make sure that anyone can contact me. I make sure that it's wide open. But the other super important thing is this timeline and tagging, because as you journey through, you know, this coaching opportunity, you might have people like, for example, everyone knows I love tacos. And so I could be tagged in like the same taco t-shirt picture 20 times a week, no joke. And people love that. They love to tag me. They love to, you know, find humor in that with me, but I don't necessarily want my feed, you know, clogged up with all this stuff that people are posting. I want my friends to see what I'm posting if they were to come to my page. So this is what I recommend for everyone. I want you to come to the timeline and tagging section, and I want to make sure that this is set to on, that you are able to review posts you're tagged in before they appear on your timeline. And then this one needs to be on too. Review tags people add to your posts before the tags appear on Facebook. So make sure that you edit these settings that they are on, because what will happen is, see right here, I have this view activity log. So when I click that, I will be able to review a post. Basically, that's telling me, hey, someone tagged you in a post, and you can either approve or hide it from your timeline. You'll still stay tagged, but do you want this published on your timeline? So that's super, super helpful. The last thing, we're in the home stretch. So I know many coaches, as they get started, they're like, well, I have some personal pictures that I don't know that I want to make public. You don't have to. So for every photo album that you've created on Facebook, you can change the security settings. So if you go to edit, you can change the privacy to friends, or friends except acquaintances, or close friends. You can change your security settings for all of your albums. And that's really an important thing to do, especially for anyone who might have, you know, little kiddos that they don't necessarily want all that stuff to be public. You do have control over the security settings on your post. Finally, remember how we changed our security settings? Hey, this is a post. So this is going to go automatically because of my security settings. It's automatically going to be set to public because I took just a few seconds to make that my default. If you are sharing anything that you don't necessarily want the general public, anyone, to see, you can click on this little button at any time, and you can, you know, change the security setting for that specific post at any time. So you are in complete control as to what you share and what you don't share and with whom you share it. But I will tell you, like, making sure that you are set to public security default just makes life a lot easier, because 80% of what you want to post is going to be shareable. There is going to be the occasion where maybe you don't want to share it with everyone, and that's where you have the control right here to change that security setting. Okay, everybody, so that's it. We're going to update our cover photo, our profile pic. We're going to update our bio. We're going to choose feature photos that reflect our brand, our lifestyle, and our personality. And then we are going to review the last 10 posts to make sure that we have a clean feed. We also then are going to go to the settings. We are going to change our privacy to public. And we are going to make sure that we have the ability to review items and posts but when we are tagged, so that our feed does not get clogged up. Finally, you're going to go to your photo albums, and any album, maybe it was a vacation that has a few photos that don't necessarily represent your professional brand, you can change the security setting there. That concludes the Facebook Facelift. And so if you have any questions, be sure to either post them in our training group or ask your sponsor coach, and we will be happy to help you. Have a great day.